Yo, Marcus, man, we back around the water cooler, man. How you feeling today, boss? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, bro. How you?
I'm good. I'm good, man. What we talking about today, man?
Man, we gotta talk about that NBA free agency, man. There's a lot of big names supposed to be moving this summer,
A
man.
lot of big
What else do you
names.
want to talk about
Hey,
real
man, we're
quick,
going to talk
man?
about the Cowboys, man. We're going to do a little something different this week, man. We're going to try this and see what happens for the next couple of weeks. But we're talking about the Cowboys and talking about Dak. Does Dak deserve a extension? I don't know, man. A lot of people say he don't, but we'll discuss it. Ladies and gentlemen, Water Cooler Talk Podcast coming up next. Let's go.
Get ready, because you're now listening to Water Cooler Talk. Covering everything sports and sports news. From the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, the pros, the collegiate level, and everything in between. If it's about sports, then we're about it. So keep it locked to the absolute coolest podcast. Now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
Let's go.
Welcome to the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, ladies and gentlemen. The coolest podcast in your ear. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other person you hear him or you see him, tell them who you are, boss man.
Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back around the water cooler giving our perspective on sports, man. When you hear our voice, it's Wednesday. Let's go ahead and let's talk about it, man. Marcus, how you feeling today, boss? How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. How you?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. Feeling great. Got me a little nice workout in, trying to lose some weight. You know, trying to cut
same.
that down. You know, trying to get back in the gym. You know, but you got about another year before you see some transformations here. You know, you know what I'm saying? We got a long time to go, but it is what it is, man. Nah, man, ladies and gentlemen, we thank y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. We're gonna try a little something different these next couple of weeks. I know y'all used to the 4 quarters. We're gonna try to do halves now. We're gonna maybe try to shorten the show a little bit. Let's see how this works and just talk about 2 topics, man. And we're gonna go from there, man. Marcus, how you feel about that?
Let's get it, man.
Let's go, man. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what happens when you hear that stadium? When you hear the crowd going, you know what time it is. It's time for us to go ahead. And it's time for us to go ahead and get this thing going. Let's go ahead and let's talk about it, man. I don't have a drop, so we just gonna get into the the first half. Man, as we teased in the opening. Talk about some free agency news going on, man. NBA free agency, if I'm not mistaken, starts next Monday. If I'm not mistaken, July 1st. I believe it does, and it's a lot of big names that you used to seeing on a lot of teams that could potentially be on the move. The first one that I wanna get your opinion on. First one. It is being reported that there have been no talks between Klay Thompson and the Golden State Warriors. Like none.
Yeah, I heard Buddy might be going. I heard Klay might be going to Orlando, man.
The Magics.
I heard Klay might be going to Orlando, man.
Apparently, there's some mutual interest between him and the Magics, man. How you feel about this, man? The greatest backcourt ever, maybe broken up.
I think it's time, man.
What?
But you know, Klay ain't giving you the same production. You can try it again next year and put that team, him, Draymond, and stuff on the court again, and see, you know, if he finally recovered from that injury. But I think the curtain is closing on him and Draymond. Sadly, I feel like Klay's because of injury. Draymond, I feel like it's because of time. But at a certain point, you got to realize it's time to cut bait and start. Like, it's time for the Golden State Warriors to start building for the future. Because when Steph retire, what are we gonna look at Golden State as being? They're gonna go back to being the same old Golden State before, you know what I'm saying? Before we knew Stephen Curry and Monte Ellis and those guys ushered in the new regime. They're gonna be the same. They're gonna be the same old Golden State.
So, are you saying that they should go ahead and break up the band, break up the team, a year too early before it's a year too late. You don't want to see Clay. You don't want to see Clay retire as a Golden State Warrior.
Oh, I would love to see Clay retire as a Golden. I want the storyline to finish as them being the Splash Brothers, but as Golden State as an organization, the wiser thing would be to try to capitalize on finding some younger talent, getting some younger pieces in, because at a certain point, the writing is on the wall. Especially if you and Clay. If Clay feels like he deserves more, when we obviously see his production is not the same, he's looking for a loyalty deal, which you guys gave Draymond Green. So I wouldn't be surprised if Clay got the same deal. But when I started looking for pieces, like you got rid of Jordan Poole, which I feel like he would have thrived in that Golden State system, but he steamed out in Washington last year.
Exactly. I was just about to say that. I was about to say
So he steamed out in Washington last year, but him in Golden State, he was six man. He was the sixth man that you was like, all right, when Steph, he gonna take the reign from Steph. Everybody was saying he gonna take the reign from Steph when Steph retired. Now you looking at it like the Wiseman pick didn't work out. So it's like, what young talent is Golden State gonna put into place?
Well, they got Kuminga. They got Kuminga there. I mean, but Kuminga was kind of upset at the fact that he wasn't getting enough playing time. He was coming off the bench. Yeah. So Kuminga there. Let's see who else they have. I can't. I don't know if you would.
But that's gonna be the reason. That's gonna be the reason why they probably move on from Klay Thompson, just to give Kuminga the burn that he want to see. Because at this point, it's between Andrew Wiggins, who take personal months off for reasons. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what Andrew.
Family reasons, man. Thompson. Family reasons, man.
You know what I'm saying? Or Klay Thompson, and I feel like Klay Thompson wants more than what he's worth at this point in his career.
Whoa, wow. I'm gonna say this, man. I honestly feel like they are disrespecting Klay a lot. Like, why wasn't Klay one of the 75 greatest players? Why wasn't he one of the 75 greatest players? Same as Dwight Howard. Why wasn't Dwight Howard one of the 75 greatest players? I agree with that scenario. Klay deserves to be paid. I mean, like, I'm not sitting here saying give Klay max money. Like, I ain't saying giving him $200, $300 million, but $100 million, 3 year, $100 million. Come on, man. That's 33, 34 million a year. Come on now.
If you pay Draymond, why not play Klay?
That's what I'm saying. I understand that.
Why not pay Klay? So I agree with you on that. But it's just, as an organization, what I'm doing, if me and Klay ain't gonna work things out, I gotta prepare for the future.
All right. So they saying if the situation with Klay and the Golden State Warriors don't work out, the name I'm hearing is Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine may be a target that Golden State look to.
I don't like Golden State without Zach LaVine. To me, is a ISO drive type dunker. He can hit the occasional three. He can get streaky when he wants to be. Golden State, to me, the dynamic of Golden State is having a kick out shooter.
Okay,
being able to Steph or someone, a 3-and-D player, the one who can D up on the best defender and knock down the three on the other end. Like Steph needs someone to kick the ball too, and sometimes he can step up and go, mid range and pull up like Klay used to. Like the thing about it is,
he can still do it.
Those dynamics. Those dynamics to me, Zach LaVine would be too ball. To me, I feel like he's very ball dominant, and that creates another ISO situation where we all know that the reason why Golden State thrives is because of ball rotation.
Yeah, they thrive. They thrive when they continuously move. When they move
the balls.
Yeah, when not even the ball, like when they move, like when the players moving, like it's just continuous moving. They thrive. But my bad, go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like with Zach LaVine, the ball will get stuck in his hands a lot.
All right. Okay. So off the Warriors now. I'm gonna just say my piece about this. I think Klay should stay with. I think they should find a way to keep Klay in Golden State.
Don't be shocked if that happens.
There are just certain players that I just feel like should never lead the team that they were drafted to. Steph Curry. I hate Michael
Klay Thompson and Draymond Green.
Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, I kind of hate Michael went to the Wizards, but you know, it is what it is. But it's just
I think
something.
that tainted his legacy, but you know.
Did it though? He played really well. He was averaging like 24 points, 25
he
points.
did. For the Michael Jordan fans, we'll always highlight his age and the numbers he put up. But when you look at how people try to use it against him now in the LeBron comparison, people quickly throw about his Washington Wizard years as a count on his resume.
All right.
But we got, like you said, we got a lot of free agents moving, man. What if Clay does leave, do you feel like a Paul George or James Harden can come in?
No. Negative.
Okay.
Negative. No. I don't want to see that.
Do you think Paul George can go to the Lakers and make a move?
No.
I hear the Lakers want to aggressively trying to go at Paul George.
A lot of teams are aggressively trying to go after Paul George. But see, this is the thing though. Paul George got a play option. Like it's in Paul George's hand. He can pick up his player option. I think his player option is like $49 million for next season.
Yeah.
With the Clippers.
Him and LeBron.
Yeah, him and LeBron. I think it's already. I think the word with LeBron is already gonna opt out. And that's leaving. That's 50 plus million he leaving on the table.
That's typical. That's typical LeBron though.
Yeah, but that's still $50 million you leaving on the table though.
Bro, he do it all the time, bro.
It's crazy.
He do it all the time.
That's crazy. $50
million.
million.
He gonna go. Him and Rip Paul gonna go behind them closed doors. They're gonna set up the deal how they want to, incentives and the players and the coaches and the list. He got to restructure his deal.
Yeah, but see, this is the thing. Back to the Paul George situation. I think Paul George is looking for more money. Of course, that's what he's looking for. This new TV deal coming in. These guys.
I think he's looking for a retirement plan too.
Of course, that's what it is. This new money. This is probably Paul George's last big contract.
Yeah, big contract. It's a retirement
is his last big contract, and he looking. I wouldn't be surprised. He looking for $300 million easily. $300 million. He probably looking for 4-5 years. $300 million. Go ahead.
Do you feel like it's disrespectful that James Harden is not getting any attention in this free agency? Because I have heard no news about James Harden.
But this is James Harden's fault. This is James Harden's fault. Like, this is all on James Harden. This is his fault. Like, whenever James Harden has been handed the keys to what? I know for sure one organization. And the Houston Rockets. And he cried and wanted to get out of there. Ended up wanted to go to the Sixers, but they couldn't make a trade happen there. So he ended up taking a detour stop in Brooklyn. And then you know how that happened. It was 3 superstars together. I don't even think they played 12 games together. You know what I'm saying? Then he cried and got out of Brooklyn and got to the Sixers. And then got there and basically just last year this time he was talking about the GM. I can't pronounce his name or not. He's the same. Yeah, Daryl Morey, the GM that was the head, the GM in Houston, and he basically said that this dude, he don't trust him. He's a liar. That's basically what he said. So this is all James Harden's fault.
And he went to the Clippers.
Still
ain't got over home.
That's what I'm saying.
I definitely feel you.
None of what's happening to James Harden, the notoriety, the attention that he not getting is all on him. Because no team want that, man. Teams want stability, man. They want to know that they star player there to play, and he there to work, and he ain't about to call out nobody in the front office. All that stuff can be handled behind closed doors and not in the media. And James Harden ain't. Let's be honest. Is James Harden good enough to where you can deal with that headache?
Man, James Harden, to me, honestly, has played with some of the best talent.
No. James Harden by himself good enough to where you will invest $250+ million over 4 years?
I'm making my point. He has played with some of the best talent post MVP that I have ever seen from any MVP. He still hasn't been able to get over the hump.
Okay.
Do you really think I'm gonna take him by himself?
That's
He'd have had Paul George, Kevin Durant, Westbrook. He'd have had Kyrie Irving. He'd have had Joel Embiid. I'm cool if he came in with all the talent he done had. I'm cool on bringing him in.
I agree, man. I agree. I'm not.
You better go back to Houston.
In my personal opinion, Yes, he would. Yes, he is a league MVP. That is true. He is a league MVP. I think he was a scoring champ at one point in time. But in my opinion, is James Harden that good to where I want to deal with that headache that I know that potentially could happen in my organization? I'm saying no. I'm good. I will move on to the next one. I'd rather have a Donovan Mitchell than a James Harden. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Okay. And speaking of Donovan Mitchell, Donovan Mitchell may be leaving Cleveland. He may be leaving Cleveland.
He's getting out of Cleveland.
So what do you think Donovan Mitchell
him and Garland don't like each other? I think he's going to Miami.
Miami. Woo! Y'all know this my y'all know this one of my teams, Miami and Golden State. If he come to Miami. If he come to Miami, woo! I don't know, man. I don't know if Miami. Okay, this is my thing. I think it's between. There's three teams that I think, and I think they all in the Eastern Conference. I think it's either gonna be. I think Miami is one, but I think they're third out of the three. I think the Knicks are one of the two. Because
I heard about the Knicks.
I think the Knicks may be one of the two, and I'm throwing the Sixers in there just because the Sixers got so much cap space. I think the Sixers. I think the Sixers.
Tobias is a free agent.
That contract gone. I think they are projected to have like what $60+ million in cap space. They can bring in two. They can bring in 2 max contracts if I'm not mistaken.
Because Max is a free agent too, I think, or he has the potential to be a free agent.
Yeah. I think he got a potential to be a free agent, but they got a chance to bring in 2 max contracts, man. And if they can get a Donovan Mitchell or a Paul George,
I think they need a Donovan Mitchell
or a Paul George. You don't think Paul George? You don't think Paul George can fit in that system with a Joel Embiid?
I think he can fit in any system, but my issue with Paul George is, first of all, Mr. Playoff P, who never shows up when you want him to.
Mm-hmm.
That's my issue with him.
Okay.
Like, Philly doesn't need a person who doesn't show up in the playoffs all the time.
Okay.
Philly needs a person like a Donovan Mitchell who shows up in the playoffs, who needs somebody to help him get over the hump, which Joel Embiid is supposed to be that guy to take him to get over. Paul George, all right, he might show up this series. Take this next series off.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you never know what you're gonna get with Mr. Playoff P.
Okay.
He can easily be the best player in the series, or he can easily be the worst player in the series. Well, I ain't gonna say worst.
Nah, we can't go that far. We'll say not dependable. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Who would you rather have? Would you rather have Paul George or Kawhi Leonard?
Can I get healthy? Or what? I'm just getting as is. Am I getting them as is?
Nah, as
Am I getting them as is?
Because you gonna get Paul George to play, but you don't know when Kawhi gonna play. Kawhi's
I'm getting Paul George.
In the words of Stephen A. Kawhi's Mr. Load Management for real.
Yeah, as is, I'm gonna have to go. Mr. Paul George.
Okay, all right. Hey man,
if I get both of them healthy, I'm going Kawhi though. I'm just putting it out there.
I agree with you there. Healthy, both of them equal, both of them healthy. I'm taking Kawhi. All right, last but not least, before we get up out of here, man, let's talk about the Lakers. So the Lakers have a new coach.
JJ Redick.
Yeah, JJ Redick. Apparently, he signed a 4-year, $8 million a year deal, so $32 million, I believe, total for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there is a name that I think that the Lakers may go after, and this is critical because the number 1 pick in the draft, which I believe the draft is this week, the number 1 pick in the draft. The team that has the number 1 pick in the draft is the Atlanta Hawks. Now, this could be a seismic shift. Does Atlanta move on from Trae Young, and do they make a deal with the Lakers and send Trae Young to Los Angeles? And does Atlanta rebuild in the draft?
But the thing about it is, like I said before, I was gonna say, it's just sad. Atlanta get the first pick in this draft. Like, it ain't nobody.
That's my point.
It's not like a soul. It's like not a soul.
Like,
outside that boy probably from Kentucky and that
what superstar in this draft? But see, this I'm gonna tell you this though. This might be one of them drafts where you be like, all right, there's nobody that you can really say that there's a legit superstar but this might be one of the best drafts. When you look at this 10 years from now, it could possibly be one of the best. Mark my words now. If you look at this draft, this could possibly be one of the best drafts.
And I'll come back and be like, yep, Nick said that. But even as me, because I actually watched March Madness last year. I watched basketball last year. Nobody, like even the potential superstars, which I would say the guy from NC State, Zebo, potential superstar. The dude from Purdue, the center from Purdue. I think he will be the biggest steal in this draft. What's his name? The 7-footer from Purdue.
You talking about from Purdue or from UConn?
From Purdue.
From Purdue.
The dude from UConn. Yeah, the dude who from Purdue who had no offensive help outside of himself.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Eden or something, whatever his name is. But dude from UConn, nice. I don't think he's gonna be a superstar, role player at best.
Okay.
Defensive stopper at best.
Okay.
The guy from Kentucky, what's his name? Darling.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Now, out of anybody who I think might be nasty in this draft, I think he might be nasty.
Okay. All right. So are you saying, so back to the question, should Atlanta, and this is going towards the Lakers, because I think Trae Young can help the Lakers.
I don't think no talent in this draft is enough to move on from Trae Young.
Okay. All right. So Trae Young, so if you were Atlanta, you sticking with Trae Young for another year?
If I'm Atlanta, you got to give me a great package deal, Los Angeles. Like, I'll take D'Angelo Russell. Like you said, if I can get that boy from Purdue in the draft, I'll take a D'Angelo Russell for a couple years and see how that pan out. I'm gonna have to get Austin Reeves up.
That's not gonna happen. You already know that's not gonna happen. Austin Reeves ain't going nowhere.
Well, no deal.
Austin Reeves ain't going nowhere, man. Austin Reeves ain't going nowhere.
Why would I give you Trae Young and not get nothing in return? Like D'Angelo Russell, I'm just throwing him in, but I really want Austin Reeves.
D'Angelo Russell can ball, man. He can play when he wants to.
He can ball, but come on, man.
So okay, all right. So let's look. Okay, so all right. So you would need Russell Reeves and who else for Trae Young? I mean, because Trae Young, he may qualify for. I don't know if it's gonna be a super max, but it'll be a max contract that he can qualify for. But you gonna have to unload some of them contracts off to make room for Trae Young.
Give me Vanderbilt. I'll take Vanderbilt in the pick.
Okay, all right. The Energizer Bunny that people call him. Okay.
I'll take Vanderbilt in the pick.
Interesting. I don't know, man. But the Lakers, man, JJ Redick, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate the situation that JJ Redick is stepping into right now as the head coach of the Lakers? Scale of 1 to 10. One being worse.
I told you how I felt last episode. When DC was on, this Laker job is a show that I would have stayed away from as a new coach, because it's to me it's just a scapegoat situation. Okay. But you ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it a 6, 5, 6.
That's still respectable. That's midway. That's respectable.
Because just because of who the team is.
All right,
not because of anything else.
So you just going off the name brand is what you're saying? Yeah,
5 or 6. Okay. Like if you New York, like I mean not New York, but like a struggling team, because New York didn't actually turn it around. But if you're a Charlotte Hornets, 2, 1, it's a horrible idea. You know what I'm saying? But just because it's the Lakers, I give you a 5 or 6.
All right, dude. I guess, man. Now I'm excited to see what happened, man. I'm excited to see if LeBron actually ends up opting out, even though it seems like he may be opting out. This is gonna be interesting to see. I'm excited to see what Los Angeles does, man. I don't even know, like, what is their cap space? Do you know what the cap space is Los Angeles has this year?
I don't, but all I would say is, you first of all, you got to try to retain Brian, and you got to look for a better guard play. I like D'Angelo Russell, and you got to find a backup center. Well, you got to find a center. Forget a backup center. You need to move AD down to the 4.
Of course, he don't need to be playing the 5. I agree with you there.
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
Put AD at the 4. You need to find a 5. So if they, you know what I'm saying, if you find a way to get a 5, that's in your best bet.
Ooh, LeBron has a $51 million cap hit. D'Angelo Russell is an $18 million cap hit. Austin Reeves 12. Oh, they got an expensive roster, man. Vanderbilt is a $10 million cap hit. This gonna be the $10 million cap hit this year. Man. They
I said D-Lo, Austin Reed, I said D-Lo, Austin Reed, Vanderbilt in a pit. Like,
yeah, they in a
that's the only way you can free up space for Trae Young.
Yeah, they
outside of giving up the big piece.
It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. Man, it's gonna be tight. Man, I don't know, man. This is gonna be an interesting free agency, especially with the NBA, especially with the draft coming up. We didn't even get to Bronny James because Bronny James is in the draft. It's projected he may be picked in the second round. We don't know. We'll see. Maybe, but his agent Rich Paul is saying he's not going to the G League. He's not having a 2-way contract. He is going to be an NBA player. So this is gonna be interesting to watch and see. Can't wait. Can't wait. In the words,
that's very bold, Rich Paul. That's very bold. That's right. all I say. That's very bold. And if you make NBA teams stand on that, all y'all need to get better agents.
They call him the most powerful man in basketball for a reason. Ladies and gentlemen, we do this every week, man. Shout out to our guy DJ, man. You want to feel like a star? Go to Hollywood Media, man, for all your photography, videography, everything, all the needs you need, man. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's, man. They want support of the Water Cooler Talk podcast. We appreciate you so much, boss. Gotta get you back on the show. We appreciate you, man. Y'all go support him. Support the people that support the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Oh, man. All right, man. Let's get back to it, man. We trying this new format. We want to see what y'all think about it, man. We're going to do these 2 halves. We're going to talk about 2 topics, man. Let's get back into it, man. One of the most polarizing teams in all of sports. Going to football. Hey, man, listen. My wife is a Cowboys fan. She actually got the Cowboys dice. She got the Cowboys dice over her.
That explains a lot.
I'm not a Cowboys fan.
That explains the intro.
Not a Cowboys fan at all. I just think they're interesting to watch. Man, but here we go, man. Cowboys. Man, listen. I don't know if Jerry Jones is sending a message to the team or if he's sending a message to Dak. But they haven't extended Dak. There haven't been talks of a new contract. It seems as if they want him to do more with less this year because they have been releasing everybody. So I'm gonna just pose a question to you, man. Does Dak deserve an extension? What's your thoughts on this, man? What are your thoughts on this?
I was in the beginning, the last extension or the last contract he got, I was big like he didn't deserve it. But one of my homeboys, Kyle, was like, he was the best option at the time.
Okay.
This time, not so much.
Whoa.
Like it's a lot. Okay. It's a lot of young talent coming in at the quarterback position this year that came through the draft, and I would say next year coming through the draft, and like a Shador and those guys like that. Like you got nice talent coming through the draft next year at quarterback.
Okay.
So you're not in the same position that you were in a couple years ago, where you didn't really trust a quarterback coming out the draft. Wasn't really a heavy free agency quarterback draft. Does he deserve an extension? Statistically, he had a great year last year.
He did.
So
they went to the playoffs.
You know what I'm saying? So, but then again, Dallas always falls short.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch the game, was it on Dak? Nah, that's neither here nor there for me to say.
They always gonna put it on the quarterback, though. They always gonna put it on the quarterback.
Yeah, what I'm saying. Was it the defense? I feel like my guy, number 11 Parsons, didn't show up as much as he showed up in the regular season.
Okay.
But people didn't bring that up. So, like you said, a lot of blame gets put on Dak. I feel like if you don't give him an extension, will Dak go somewhere and make some noise? I think it's a good chance that he does. Like, the thing about it is, Dak is still trying to figure out how to win in crunch time. And we all know that it takes great coaching, composure, and your team to trust you. The team doesn't trust that. And
why
you can tell
why do you think that? Why do you think the team doesn't trust that?
You can tell by the antics, like Jared Judah, not Jared Judah. Jared Judah, what we talking about, man? What's his name? what's his CD Lamb?
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb. CD Lamb mother sent out tweets. He retweeted them. Like you see the disconnect with him and his star receivers, and I'm pretty sure CD Lamb didn't say nothing that the people in the locker room haven't already said about this.
But why do you think that? And I feel that same way too. I feel like there is a disconnect because I remember last year when the preseason started, there was a video that came out and the defense, was it Diggs?
Yeah, they wanted to fight him.
They wanted to fight him. Yeah, they wanted to fight him. And I was like,
I'm gonna tell you what vibes is giving me. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's giving me Russell Wilson vibes.
Wow.
It's giving me Russell Wilson vibes.
Wow. So you saying
Russell Wilson vibes.
So you saying it feels as if the team, they don't relate to him, is what you trying to say, or they just don't mess with him?
I feel like either how you cut it, I feel like it's a disconnection somewhere between him and the guy. Maybe it's because they think Jared Judah is hard. I mean, not Jared Judah. Why
CD Lamb. Come on, man. CD Lamb. CD Lamb.
No. I ain't mean to go there. Jared Jones.
Okay. I'm about to say.
It's probably because they feel like Jared Jones hold him at a higher standard than their self, or baby him a lot, or I don't know what the situation is, but it's a disconnect somewhere with him and those guys in the locker room. Because the thing about it is, if guys connect with you, they're gonna go out and play for you. I don't see that intensity coming from Dallas in crunch times. I don't see those guys going the extra mile to make the other plays for that.
But this is my thing, though. Is that a Dak problem or is that a front office problem? Because if the front office is not putting the people around him, the stars around him, for him to be able to be, what's the word? Clutch. Is that a Dak problem? Or is Dak just not that guy and he needs superstars around him to be great?
Well, because if you go back and look last year, I ain't saying this year, last year, he made two bonehead decisions down the line that cost them in the playoffs.
I agree.
So,
well, okay, hold on. One of them was coaching because they ran out of time. That's on Mike McCarthy. They ran out of time in one of them games. That's coaching. Now, of course, the quarterback has to have awareness on the field, but he ain't the one out there calling plays.
Yeah, that's it. It can go here or there because he had an opportunity to spike the ball.
Okay, agree.
So agree. I agree with you also, but I know at least one of them that was on Dak because I watched the play. He missed a wide open receiver. Don't understand why. That's what Dak do.
Okay,
but I'm just saying that's what Dak do. So it's just like this year, coming watching him this year, he took that next step. So it was kind of hurtful, not for me, because I don't like the Cowboys, but it was kind of hurtful seeing them get beat like they got beat. So it's just like, at a certain point, are they cursed?
I don't think they cursed. I don't think they cursed. I just think this is how I see the situation. This is how I see it. I feel like Jerry Jones has his hand too far in the pot, and he the one that's trying to make decisions and be the GM and owner instead of just having somebody that runs the football operations. Now, it seems as if
I agree with you.
It seems as if Jerry Jones now is basically saying, without saying, "Hey, look, I'm okay with rebuilding. If y'all don't make it, if y'all don't win this year, if we don't get to what's the word? What is it? What would it be? Because they made the playoff. They made it to the divisional round. They made it past the.
They look good.
They look good.
They
look
good
good
in a good season.
I'm pretty sure by week 6, week 7, we're gonna be looking like, oh man, the Cowboys look sick. They look like they might do it. I'm foreshadowing that right now. We're gonna be saying that. We're are the Cowboys prone for a Super Bowl? And then, but the thing is, they look good in the regular season all the time. It's something about the playoffs.
I said that last year.
You did. You said that last year. It's something about the playoffs to where it just don't click. So here it is. Here and what is it? What is it? Is it?
I got a good question.
Is it the fact? Because you stated the guys aren't going out playing for each other. Well, they doing it during the season. They have a great regular season record. What is it about the postseason to where they just can't get over the hump? What is it? That's my question, and I just don't understand it. And maybe it's a piece. Maybe it's veteran leadership that they need. Maybe it's that one person that's been on a Super Bowl team somewhere else that needs to come in and be like, hey, look, guys, I may not be the superstar player, but guess what? I'm the leader of this locker room. I'm the voice of reason. Y'all need to understand this is what we need to do to win.
I agree with that, Nick.
This is what we need to do. You know, every superstar ain't meant to be the mouthpiece of a team. You know, they put so much pressure on the guy on the guy that's the superstar. He's supposed to be the one that talks so much. I mean, and of course you had Jordan that did that. Of course you had Kobe that did that and stuff like that. But when you look at Golden State going back to basketball, Steph the superstar, but Draymond is the mouthpiece. He the one that get everybody hyped. But go ahead.
But what position you feel like that has to come from? Because they had a Stephon Gilmore, who we also know is a Super Bowl champion.
It needs to be a veteran, and if it was me, it needs to be a veteran on defense. It needs to be a defensive veteran, in my personal opinion.
You don't feel like Stephon Gilmore is that veteran, or it need to be a linebacker, you feel?
I don't care what position it is. It just need to be a veteran on defense to where, look, when the offenses struggle, the defense can be like, all right, we gonna go out there and we gonna stop them. We gonna get the ball back. Because if we can continue to stop, we know what our offense can do. And stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, man. And it's a lot. It's a lot of deep diving you can go into this with Dallas. Man, maybe it's the system for Dak Prescott. Maybe they putting too much on Dak Prescott. I don't know. But go ahead with your question.
Who does Dallas get rid of first? Dak or Mike McCarthy?
Oh, they're gonna get rid of both of them. Because here's the thing. This is the logistics of it. The logistics of it is Dak. This is last year of time. This is why he's trying to get an extension. Dak can walk away next year, and you left with Trey Lance at quarterback. Now, mind you, this is how I feel about Trey Lance. I feel like Trey Lance didn't get a fast shake in San Francisco. He got hurt 2 years.
He got hurt.
Stop. For real. Real talk.
No.
Real talk. The man never really got a chance.
Though, Nick.
Go ahead.
I agree with that, but let's be realistic. If he walks, they're going to got the Shedeur Sanders.
Why? So Shedeur. Okay, so let me get this straight. Shedeur right now. So Shedeur comes in. It's the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Shedeur, do they regress or do they?
They regress.
Okay, so why go get Shedeur? So what's the point? So why go get Shedeur? You want to win now. This the messaging that's been coming out of Dallas is we need to win now. We getting the Super Bowl. We want to win now. But you want to go draft a quarterback out of college that ain't got no professional experience?
I agree.
I mean, well, of course, he ain't got no professional experience, but he ain't been in a big game even in college. He ain't been to the CFP. I don't know. They may change this year. I have my doubts on that, but this is the thing. I don't know. Is Shedeur the answer? Is Shedeur the answer at quarterback? That's my question.
I don't think so, but I think that's the move that they're gonna do.
So he going for star power.
The rumors that I'm hearing coming from the primetime camp. That's who Shedeur want to play for.
Okay, all right. Okay,
and to me, it ain't no big coincidence why Dak ain't getting no extension right now.
All right, so let's play a little hypothetical here. Let's say Dak does get to the NFC Championship game this year. All right,
He'll be in Dallas next year.
He loses a close game. Do you still go get Shedeur Sanders?
No, bro. All they need is him to win a playoff game.
Well, he's done that. Didn't he win a playoff game last year?
I don't think so. I think they got kicked out first round. But all they need, if he gets to
I gotta get my stats right. Go ahead.
But if he gets to the NFC Championship, bro, they good. That's all, it's about more victories for the Cowboy fan. NFC Championship, they feel like, well, yeah, we're gonna be in the Super Bowl next year. NFC Championship, they give them hope.
Dak has won 2 playoff games. He's 2-4.
No, I ain't disagreeing that he didn't ever win one, but I'm saying he needs to win consistently.
Okay. All right.
Did he win last year?
Snap! I just died it. I didn't see. I thought they won the division. I mean did they go to the wild card last year, or did they just go straight to the
they went to the
division?
wild card last year.
So they went to the wild card. I think they
last year.
won. They won the wild card last year because remember they got beat by
Detroit. Did they give you out to Detroit?
Yeah, no. Detroit beat San Francisco in the divisional.
Because Dallas beat Minnesota, right?
Yeah,
Hold on, Minnesota didn't make it. Minnesota didn't make it. Because Kirk Cousins got hurt.
Hold on, man. I got it right here.
You got his throwing out. Yeah.
Hold on, I got it right here, man. I'll tell you right now. I can't remember this off the top of my head, but I got you right here. Hold on, real quick. Hold on, real quick. So, San Francisco, they got beat by the Packers. Remember, because the Packers was the ones that in the wild card weekend they lost to the Packers in wild card weekend.
That's what I'm saying. He lost to the Packers, bro.
He lost to the Packers in wild card weekend.
He lost to Jordan Love and the Packers.
Yeah,
bro.
when they tried to make the comeback to win, but the Packers had that big lead. Like they went out and I think
they lost 28-32.
Yeah, they did. I remember that now. But I remember that. Yeah,
with 2 interceptions from Dak. Does he deserve an extension?
I mean, let's just be honest with you, man. The way they giving out money. I mean, if they gave
to your point though, Nick.
If they gave old boy in Jacksonville, he just got what, 280 million? Trevor Lawrence just got 280 million. Come on, man. You mean to tell me you can't give Dak don't deserve an extension? Man, I'll take Dak in Carolina right now. You know what I'm saying? But we all know Bryce Young's top 10, and he's gonna be great this year, man. We're gonna be back.
Hey, all I'll say is, like you going back to your point, having him throw 60 passes, that's a lot.
That's a lot for Dak.
That's too much.
That's a lot.
That's too much.
He need a running game. And you know what? And you know what happened? Trading Zeke Elliott and trying to make Tony Pollard your main horse was a mistake by the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, he'll be back next year, so that excuse to be out.
But see, this the thing. This is the thing. Back now. But this, no. This is what I'm saying. When you try to put like Tony Pollard had that great year, the year he had, I think was he broke his ankle or something like that.
3 years ago.
Yeah, he had that great year, and then that was Zeke last year. But what people don't fail to realize is when they was in the red zone, Zeke was scoring touchdowns because 2-3 yards in, Zeke was getting in the end zone. You need a power back, man. Tony Pollard is not a. He's an outside the tackles type guy. He ain't gonna be able to bang in the middle like Zeke did, man. But we'll see what happened though, man. With that, man. But so you saying Dak does not deserve an extension?
I feel like I would.
Okay. So what team if Dak walks? Because this next season, this is the last year of his contract. If Dak walks, where would you want to see Dak at?
That's a great question. Dak walk, where would I want to see?
Because he can blow it all up next season. He can literally blow it all up next season. He can literally just walk. And now Dallas need a quarterback.
Yeah. So where would I want to see him? I want to see Dak in Las Vegas, man. I want to see Dak as
Raiders.
I want to see Dak as a Raider, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I know I said Carolina. I was just talking noise. I like Bryce Young. I think we're gonna be all right this year. I would not mind seeing Dak Prescott with the New York Football Giants. New York, baby. You would so as a Giants fan, you wouldn't take Dak over
the thing about it is,
buddy now Daniel, whatever his name is. I can't remember his name.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones.
Yeah. The funny part about that, Nick, I can see Dak going to New York and winning the championship.
That's what I'm saying. And see if Dak goes to New York and win a championship, whose fault was it in Dallas?
Jerry Jones.
Thank you. That's the whole point.
Listen, everybody gonna say it. I can see Dak doing that.
Listen, I'm telling you, I would not mind seeing New Orleans would be nice. New Orleans would be nice, but I'm telling you, New York, the New York Football Giants, Dak Prescott as the quarterback.
I feel like they got to get a decent receiving core to put around.
Yeah,
like you
said, he'll need to start receiving. He'll need to start receiving. He'll need somebody.
Yeah, like you said, that's a nice one, Nick.
I'll tell you, man.
See, Las Vegas. The reason why I said that, they got Devontae Adams, they got Hunter Renfrow. They still got some pieces he can put the ball on. But New York, I can see New York end up getting him in his later years, having a stout running game and a great defense and winning the championship.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Throw the ball,
I can see that.
Let that throw the ball 22 to 24, 25 times a game. Let them run the ball. Play at man. Look, New York. I'm trying to tell you, if Dak walked next year from Dallas, I would not mind seeing him in a New York Giants uniform. That'd be dope. But hey, we just sit around the water cooler and give our perspective on sports. We have no say-so in that. We just give our thoughts on it, man. Marcus, man.
Yes, sir.
That was a fun show. Had a great time, man.
Yes, sir.
What you got to say to people before we get up out of here, boss?
Science spill as always, man. Shout out who I need to shout out, man. Y'all have a blessed week, man. Hope y'all enjoy the new format, man. It's something we probably continue. Hopefully y'all catch it, like it. We're going to keep putting it out.
Yeah, man. Let us know how y'all feel about it, man. Shout out to the 4-6, Macon County, Tuskegee, BTW. Shout out to the University of South Alabama for giving me my degree. Man, we appreciate y'all so much. Shout out to my mom, my wife, shout out to the fam. Man, we appreciate y'all so much for rocking with us here at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast, man. The coolest podcast in your ear. We didn't do a Water Boy Award this year. This week. We'll get one next week, man. It's all good. But we appreciate y'all so much, man, for rocking with us here, man. Before we get up out of here, man, make sure you subscribe, like, and share the video using hashtag WCTPod. Hey, man, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at the Water Cooler Talk. Hey, man, we about to start posting a lot more on Twitter and X, man. And follow us at CoolestPod23. And on Facebook, man, follow us on Facebook at the Water Cooler Talk Podcast Facebook page, man. And if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast player, whether that's iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, subscribe, like, share, rate, review the show. Search us, Water Cooler Talk Podcast, and just help us out, man. We enjoy doing this, so we thank y'all so much for rocking with us. Man, before we get up out of here, as always, man, y'all have a good one. Better yet, man, y'all have a great one. Y'all be blessed. One love.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Water Cooler Talk. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at Water Cooler Talk and on YouTube at The Coolest Pod 23. Also, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast player so that you never miss an episode.